So if you're enjoying Chewing on Pearls and you wish there was more to chew on, we have a surprise for you.
We have decided to make a collaborative playlist that is a companion to the podcast called Chew on That.
And it's a sampling of songs built from Tom and I's on repeat playlists.
Yeah.
So this is a real time what we are listening to while we are thinking, writing, and talking about Gaga.
Yeah, we both listen to Gaga a ton. So like at least a handful of her songs will always be in our on repeat. We each chose 2 of her songs to be on this playlist, as well as Disease, her latest single, and have like strategically placed the songs from our on repeats to like provide new context to tracks we've been listening to for a while.
So check it out.
Check it out. Chew on that.
The music and the performance and the fashion are one. I don't separate my art from my life. It is one whole thing.
Hey, Tom.
Hey, Patrick.
I'm Patrick.
And I'm Tom. And this is Chewing on Pearls, the show where we dissect and decipher Lady Gaga's chameleonic career and its impact one pearl at a time. We're back.
Yes, we are back for the first ever installment of Chewed, our new series where we talk through previous Gaga performances where, well, she chewed.
Insert applause. Hello.
The crowd goes wild.
Yeah.
But before we get into that, Tom, I have a very important question to ask you. What Gaga are you today?
Okay. I chose a photo of Lady Gaga on like an Oprah special.
Yeah, it was like some like empowerment, mental health, something.
And she's wearing like kind of an ill-fitting suit.
Yeah, she was in her like ill-fitting suit era when she did like public speaking engagements.
Yeah, and it's like it's not unfitting in a chic way.
No,
it's like just kind of funny. And then like glasses with pink hair. And I'm just like, I feel like her, I'm traumatized, but I'm busy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I'm too busy to be traumatized. That's how I feel. Like the world is ending. Ooh, you're like, we're going to Vegas for your wedding. Like holidays coming up. I'm like, there's no time to be traumatized, girl. We gotta make this into a business.
Clock in.
Which is this podcast.
Yes, totally.
So Patrick, I want to ask you, what Gaga are you today?
Funny that you should ask, because I just happen to be this Gaga today.
That's kind.
Yeah. So
mine was sad. Yours is kind.
No. So the reason being, so this is actually kind of a recent Gaga photo. I actually think this is a still from a TikTok that she like did for like Disease promo, and it's like the pre-transformation look where she has like blonde hair, just kind of like up in a messy updo, sunglasses, black t-shirt, and a massive fucking engagement ring.
Mm-hmm.
So secret's out, I'm engaged, and this has been like my first full week wearing my engagement ring.
It's so cute too.
Vintage. And I feel like I just like, I don't know. I don't really wear rings. So I'm getting used to it. And I feel like anytime I use my left hand,
you feel it.
Yeah, I feel it. And it feels like I'm like, oh, and it's like, my ring isn't anything crazy. It's like, shout out to Carlos at Vintage Underground. Hooked it up with an authenticated amethyst.
Oh my God.
Or so he says.
I mean, I believe it is.
Yeah. You know, just a little stone.
It's fierce.
But
you
I
should
feel
bleach
like
your brows like her in the picture.
Huh?
You should bleach your brows like her in the picture.
Oh, yeah, totally.
Yeah.
But I feel like anytime I use this hand, I'm like, oh, sorry.
Yeah. Sorry, I'm engaged. I do hate to break it to you, but this episode will come out when you're married.
Oh my God.
So you'll be married.
I'll be fully married. So I'll have a whole other ring to flaunt around.
You will listen to this and be like, that was back when I was engaged.
Oh my God. Crazy.
Amazing. So on this episode of Chewing on Pearls, we're chewing on a mutual favorite live performance of ours. The first in our series, Chewed, as Patrick mentioned. This is Gaga's Born This Way medley on Germany's Next Top Model on June 9th, 2011 in Cologne, Germany. We did just watch this together, rewatch.
Yes.
And this is like quintessential Born This Way promo performance.
We were both on the couch gushing, screaming, singing, feeling it all.
She performs a medley of Schieße, kind of, into Born This Way acoustic. I'm like parentheses acoustic. And then The Edge of Glory. And like I said, she's like in her Born This Way promo bag. Like she's doing tons of performances like this at the time, but for us, it's special. I think.
It really is. So to kick things off, we'll shout out to Maison Gaga, as always, for fashion credits. We'll kind of break down the look. So she wore custom-made black silk corsage dress by Levé Couture, based on the German label's Fall-Winter 2011 Sensual Obsession collection, fitting title. The train, sleeves, and side parts are all detachable.
Love that.
She styled her look with a black beret, half finger gloves, and a customized version of the black patent leather ankle pointed toe and red bottomed Pleaser Seduce 1020 boots.
That's like a different language to some people.
Yeah. She has a little spiky red nail and her infamous teal ga bob wig
with dark roots.
Yes.
Yeah, let's talk a little bit about the look, I guess, because now that you just read all of that, I'm like, actually, this is like a fucking fierce look.
It's so good.
It's a great performance look. She has like her classic fishnet and panty on, the little pleaser dance shoe, and it's very simple.
Yeah, simple and effective, structural. Like the performance starts with her in silhouette and she like plays with the sleeve and does her infamous like, I feel like early in Gaga's career and even still now, she's like known for like pose and hold it and crowd goes wild. And then pose and hold it and crowd goes wild. And this look lends itself very well to a behind the frosted glass silhouette pose moment.
I agree. And it's also interesting, like we talk about how Gaga makes these choices that are sometimes like we don't think of them as shocking as much as like unpredictable in a way, where like she's showing up on like a fashion modeling TV show and I don't know, maybe somebody would expect that she would be like fucking crazy, like in some like couture or something just weirder. And she's like, no, I'm going clean. I'm the musical talent.
Right.
I'm differentiating myself from this world.
Right.
Like I'm a guest here. Like
it's
there
like
are people probably like these models on the show are going to runway some like crazy whack ass fashion.
She's like inside the actor's studio with Lady Gaga and her little black beret and like molded shoulder leotard with asymmetrical skirt.
Right. And just
and a dance shoe and a tight.
And I was just thinking this when we rewatched it, like the beauty moment is such a classic, clean, Born This Way beauty look that like happens during a very specific stage of the evolution. Like this looks like her Born This Way ball makeup.
Yeah.
Like it's a cleaner winged liner and like a perfect complexion and a red lip.
And a little mole.
Dark
like brow.
Before this, she was doing so much heavy eyeliner and like lots of little appliques and things. And like here we get this clean, almost like monster ball makeup.
Yeah. And
like
it's like
it feels like very minimal.
I love when Gaga, you know, she kind of, we say like method dressing now all the time with like celebs and press, but I feel like with Gaga it's very much like the place dictates how she appears. Always. And you can tell that this is her being like, I'm a German impressionist, like I'm feeling severe and like I have to serve angles, features.
The word severe is like sending me because it's like that is so dramatic and so true.
Right.
Like I didn't even like pick up on that kind of like story, which is so fun.
But she's like, we're in Germany.
Yeah,
like,
she's like, I'm painting and fucking and smoking.
Yes,
like,
Yeah,
like, and that's kind of like what the performance is about in a weird way. What I love too is you said something like Gaga's studio. I think to get into the performance, she does start behind a screen and the camera's like very tight. This is like a massive venue and massive stage, but you can't really place yourself.
Yeah.
Like it's very intimate.
It's weird. First. It's like in an arena.
Yeah. But like we're just seeing her behind this door. And like you said, she does these poses. And
then the German part of Schieße
begins.
Yeah.
And it's like she's posing, and then finally she like opens a door, she reveals herself and does the butchered German from Schieße for about 15 seconds or less.
And then she heads straight to the piano, which, mind you, is decked out in wads of cash.
Yeah.
All over the top of the piano and strewn along the keys, like loose bills.
Yeah. And again, the camera angle is like still very like tight on her, and it's like not panning to the audience at all. And it's like we're really like in her world.
Yes.
Which is important because I think later when it shows us that she's like
in an arena.
Yeah, it like changes the vibe of the performance. But I guess we should say that like the mic is on.
Oh, she sounds incredible.
She sounds incredible, and like you can hear her voice, and
she's like in her bag. She's been performing breakneck schedule. It's like she is pumping these performances out.
Yeah. It's crazy to think that Born This Way, the single, has only been out for 4 months at this point.
And we're already on to the edge of glory.
Like she's already performed it so many times, and it's been 4 months.
Right.
But when she does it acoustic, it touches something different in me.
And notably, so you're talking about the camera. The camera zooms in on this like triptych-esque, like folding,
almost like
mirrored kind of
gothic in a way,
oddly religious gothic mirror situation. And she looks at the camera through the mirror and does her acoustic rendition of Born This Way.
Yeah. Which also plays into a later part of the performance, I think, like looking in the mirror and all of that. I think what's special about when she performs Born This Way acoustic is that she's like, you can see she's aware that her words are being heard in a different way.
Yes.
Like when it has all of the electro fever behind it, it's like, you can hear the words. But like when she's doing it acoustic, she's like mouthing the words. She's like, this is what I'm saying.
My mama told me when I was young.
Yes, and she makes a point of, you know, making sure that the lyrics, gay, lesbian, transgender, bisexual, are all like are part of this little segment. Because she only sings Born This Way for like half a minute or something. And then she gets up.
Barely.
There's like any Gaga performance, there's another physical sequence.
Yes. She stands from the piano to begin The Edge of Glory, which was the single at the time, right?
I guess so.
This was June. Yeah. And as she walks away from the piano, she stumbles and falls on her heel a little bit. I mean, it's very subtle, but it is noticeable.
Yeah.
And it's like right
it's the
when
drag queen step down.
Yes.
Yeah.
And it's like
just
right when
wobble.
she like finishes a word, and it's like
and then she steps down from a platform thing onto like the floor of the arena's runway stage.
And she does it again.
She's so unfazed too. It's like
she's a consummate professional.
She knows what she's doing.
But a less seasoned performer might be like, oh, like it's enough that like you would be like, oh,
yes, absolutely. But the mic is still on. Honestly, she performed The Edge of Glory a lot live on TV and like just a lot in one-off performances. And here it still feels fresh.
Right.
Like you can hear it in the vocal and in her physical excitement around the song. When it starts, you can see that she's like, I'm pop star.
Yes, totally. And I think this is notable too, that like as she's moving away from the piano, she's entering into this like runway arena. The camera's kind of opening up.
Yeah, like she's coming perhaps from her actual bedroom or like boudoir, and perhaps coming into the public eye. Like
hence the guillotines. Laid out in front of her on this runway.
Yeah, it goes dark. But camp, but so camp.
It's so camp,
Notably simple and clean. Like it feels like she had this concept during the Fame Monster era, and all of a sudden Born This Way was happening, and she's like, we're going to use that.
Yeah,
we can fly with it.
Get the guillotines.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. It's like almost charmingly simple. Like it feels like a drag show. on a
Yes.
giant stage.
Totally. So she confidently stomps through the first guillotine labeled sex for the chorus of the song, and the blade drops behind her. And two dancers appear, which is funny that you note that like they were probably there the entire time.
Yeah.
So like the audience is like seeing these people because there's no like backstage.
Right.
It's a runway.
From the audience's perspective, she was like at a piano with a camera in her face and they could barely see her, to like, I don't know, like she's like in front of them now. Like, I don't know, it's like a different thing.
So she keeps on stomping down the runway to the second guillotine labeled money. And there are stacks of cash next to this guillotine as well. And the dancers are picking up cash and throwing it around, throwing it at her, rubbing it on her.
Yeah, we've like gained 2 more dancers at this guillotine.
Yeah. And wads of cash.
Yeah.
And a similar thing where she walks through the guillotine and the blade drops, and she like really struts and feels her model fantasy.
Yeah, it's fun to see.
Yeah. It's a big old runway and she is stomping.
And we know that like she is a fashion girl.
Right.
So she's been watching shows and like she's been inspired by fashion for so long. So to feel her like little 5'2" theater girl self, like or to see her feeling that fantasy,
and she knows that this is like sacred territory.
Yeah, like it feels special in a way. And also thinking about the runway, this just struck me, like it's white. Like they probably asked what color the stage would be for TV, and they were like, social wear all black. Like it's all very clever. The dancers are all wearing all black. Like it's simple, no shade.
No,
in a good way.
In a good way. Yeah, and she like kills her little freestyle choreo moments. She does her little jump, turn, spin situation.
Little pose, little like
her little hands on the hips.
Yeah.
Little,
and I think it's some of her best freestyling.
Yeah.
You know how I'm like, girl, don't let her dance without choreo.
Yeah.
Even though it's the cutest thing ever, it's like a joke.
But here it's like it's through like these little pockets where it's like she nailed it.
Yes, because she's just like regurgitating choreo from other things at this point in her career, and she's only 3 years in. It's crazy. So she walks around a third guillotine labeled vanity.
Vanity.
Yes, and you know, again, calling back to the fact that she was staring at herself in the mirror singing Born This Way.
She's on Germany's Next Top Model.
In this
competition all about the way that you look.
And she's, again, like, has like left this like kind of back part of the stage that's private and boudoirish, and like come out into the farthest runway, and that's the one that's vanity. And
in front of the judging panel for Germany's Next Top Model.
Yeah. And she does more strutting, like toward them. And it's, when we were watching it, I said, it feels like she's the president of America. Literally. And I think what I meant is that like the way it's filmed and the way she's performing, she seems like the most powerful person on earth.
Yeah.
Like it feels like watching it, how could you not look at that and be like, she's the only woman alive. Like only girl in the world, Rihanna.
Period.
Yeah, it's so effective.
So she does her little choreo at the end. The song is nearing its climax, its climatic finish of the performance. She's strapped into the last guillotine, and right before the blade drops, the lights cut.
Yeah, and everyone cheers.
They go wild. The lights come back on. She's holding a styrofoam head with a teal bob and says, "Beauty is a lie.
Beauty is a lie.
Beauty is a lie."
And holds her pose.
Until if there's one thing about Lady Gaga, she's going to hold the pose.
Yeah.
At the beginning of the performance, during the middle of the performance, at the end of the performance, she's going to hold the pose.
She was waiting for a beep in her earpiece to drop the pose. You know what I mean? Like, for like cameras to be cut. Like,
she was like, they're not going to catch me.
Right.
Like, I will stay frozen until this broadcast is done.
Yeah. Or like the lights come down and we can go to the back of the stage.
Yes. Full blackout.
Being seen.
Also worth mentioning, we forgot to mention that around the third guillotine, there are crystal boxes with Gaga heads from the Born This Way music video.
Yeah.
That kind of like exaggerated Born This Way facial prosthetic.
Yeah.
Like those Cologne heads are in crystals around the...
Yeah. When she first engages with the third guillotine as well, the vanity guillotine, it's almost like an altar that she like sits at
Right.
first and kind of is like posing almost sexually, and like her gay ass dancers are like around her kind of being sexual before she gets up and finishes the number and then goes back to have her head chopped off or whatever.
Right.
But there's something about it. It just like this performance hits on so many like Gaga themes really effectively and clearly.
I think it's a great example of their... Like with Born This Way, she did a lot of medleys and she did a lot of performances where there were a lot of moving parts, a lot of different looks or scenarios or
segments,
and sometimes successful, sometimes not so successful, or you could feel that it was like a little clunky
or
and
like
belabored.
overwhelming. Like she's like,
This is a good example of like sometimes simplicity. And we say simplicity. There's 3 giant fucking guillotines.
Yeah.
There's all these dancers. There's fake heads. There's money. Like there's still Gaga theatrics, but it is on a much more like pared down. Like you said, they're like, we got to fly with this. We got to be able to pack this up and go.
Right. And it feels like the whole story that's being told through this performance is kind of like a paparazzi 2.0.
Yeah.
The blade drops on the vanity guillotine and the lights cut and everyone's cheering.
Right.
To see the pop star, the talent die. Right.
Right.
And then when she comes back alive, she's like, beauty is alive. Like it's not as like truly theatrical as a paparazzi performance, but I feel like the story is the same.
Right.
Which makes it feel like a Fame Monster story to me. That is like being told almost like in hindsight through the Born This Way lens.
Right. Well, I think what makes it the Born This Way is that she is saying that like she's indirectly saying to the contestants and everyone watching the show that like what you are seeing is farce.
Yeah, exactly.
Like this whole competition is farce.
Yeah, exactly.
But I'm going to show up and I'm going to do the performance because they cut the check.
Right. Like I'm going to tell them what I think about about this whole concept.
It's a lie.
And there are people watching who won't even pick up on this. You know what I mean? Like there are people watching who are like, Gaga singing, blue hair. And it's like, like in the reading we're doing now, it's like in hindsight and just like knowing her, like all of that was very intentional. And I just think we underestimate. It's like weird to think that there were people like sitting in that arena that were just like, Gaga, props. And it's like, no, there's a story. Like, it's just hard. It's so clear. And I don't know. It just makes me sad that I feel like at this time was when some misunderstandings started being applied onto her from the public eye.
Well, and even as we were sitting and watching this, we even said to ourselves, like watching her and the passion and like her really just nail it. We're like, backstage, they were like, oh, God.
Yeah.
We got to get the guillotines out. What does she want to do now? Like, this was at the period of her career where it's like she maybe was starting to be
diva.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. I think the Born This Way ball really like encouraged that. And like the amount of Born This Way promo, she was like exhausted. She was like not having it. She's like, I need things to be on schedule. Like she had no option but to be a diva. Like you can't not be when you're at that kind of pace.
And she cared so much.
I
mean, she still does.
But like there's something about this youthful Gaga singing this music from Born This Way that will always be like, it will feel the most visceral.
Yeah, it's like the purest.
Yeah. And it's notable to mention that at this point, like Born This Way had only been out for 2 or 3 weeks. The album. It's just crazy to think that she was already on her 3rd single and like, I don't know, album promo is so different. She had just come from winning the CFDA Fashion Icon Award like a couple days before.
Yeah.
So that explains maybe the teal bob and the simple black. If you know that look, you should know that look. It's interesting. It's like cleaner. And then I feel like she gets into that kind of like tour Born This Way Gaga, which is like a little grittier and sweatier and messier and
glam.
Yeah. So this is an interesting in between from like all the theatrics of Born This Way to the like gritty, glammy Born This Way ball. She's like here. She's like,
she looks incredible. She sounds incredible.
Yeah.
It's a great performance. It's a great example of like medley done well.
Yeah. You know, we've been talking about this time period a lot. Like somehow I feel like in the last couple of episodes, like this specific kind of era, and like a lot of the heels that we talked about in the last episode are from this time. And like even like Gaga's workshop was in this year. And like to see her just like doing her job.
Right.
And seeing that her just doing her job still has so much heart, passion, belief. I think it's a great example of that, that even when she was doing the TV gig, she like there was still so much realness and like rawness in her, the quality of her performance even then.
She didn't take for granted any opportunity to like be on stage, perform, create something.
Yeah. Born This Way, the era feels like her being like, okay, I can finally be myself.
Right.
And it's like this rare, like little pocket in moments like this where you see it really shine through, I think.
Totally.
Less of like all of those masks and like that are all her, but more of like the girl.
Yeah.
The New York girl at like heart that she talks about. And if you're as obsessed as we are, you can think of like other moments that feel like this.
Right.
Where you like see something else in her. Like if you, like we feel like we understand Gaga in a way where like we can tell.
Yeah.
But I think if you're somebody who like knows the greatest hits, like you should watch this performance.
And it will make you smile.
It will. It's like perfectly silly and fierce.
Yeah. When we talked about like talking about this live performance series, just like these moments that we want to highlight, this was an early like first choice because it's just very...
It's good.
It's good.
Yeah. It's just so good. And there's nothing like a tiny little girl like that stomping on a runway.
Right.
And she looks like it's her last chance to ever do so. Like, it's so good. So I guess that's our first episode of Chewed.
Chew on that.
Chew on that. And that's the name of the playlist that we mentioned earlier.
Yes.
So check
branding.
that out. Yeah, branding. You'll hear from us soon, I guess. Bye.
Chewing on pearls.
Beauty is a lie.
Beauty is a lie.
It's like chewing